Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The motion to recommit today is a simple one. It says today, right here, right now, this body will decline to create yet another new government spending program, this one a $250 million new FEMA outreach program on top of the FEMA outreach program that is already in place. Mr. Speaker, the American people know already that the National Flood Insurance Program is in trouble, just like almost every other federally administered insurance program. Social Security has a long-term deficit of $15.1 trillion. The Federal Pension Benefit Guaranty Corporation has a debt of $22 billion. The Federal Crop Insurance Program, Medicaid, and the list goes on and on. The National Flood Insurance Program owes the taxpayer, owes the Treasury already $19 billion. Why are we going to add to this burden today, Mr. Speaker? And in addition, as I said earlier, this is duplicative of an already existing program. I'm not here to say, Mr. Speaker, that outreach is a bad idea, but I am curious what is wrong with the Cooperating Technical Partners Program of FEMA. Mr. Speaker, the House is in order.
Gentleman's correct. The House is not in order. Please take your conversations outside the chambers. Please take your seats. Conversations in the back of the chambers. Please take them outside. Gentleman from Texas.
And Mr. Speaker, even if this wasn't duplicative of an already existing system, even if we truly needed it, the question is, can we afford it? Is it really worth borrowing 43 cents on the dollar, mainly from the Chinese, and sending the bill to our children and grandchildren? At this time, Mr. Speaker, at a time when our nation is facing a debt crisis, the motion to recommit says no, it doesn't meet that test. I mean, Mr. Speaker, we know already that the deficit has increased almost tenfold in just 2 years. I mean, we're looking at the largest deficits in American history. The national debt, the debt held by the public. Mr. Speaker, the House is not in order.
Can we take all conversations outside the chambers, please? Members in the back, please take your seats on both sides. Gentleman deserves to be heard. Let's try one more time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our nation is literally drowning in debt. And don't take my word for it. I mean, Mr. Speaker, I have the honor, as a number of our members do, to serve on the President's Fiscal Responsibility Commission. It's led by Democrat Erskine Bowles, former Chief of Staff to President Clinton, who just this week said before the National Governors Association, the debt is like a cancer. It is truly going to destroy the country from within. That is the Democratic head of the President's Fiscal Responsibility Commission. He recognizes the problem that we are facing today. Renowned economist Robert Samuelson has said that our spending could, quote, trigger an economic and political death spiral. Former Comptroller David Walker has said we are facing, quote, a fiscal cancer. Mr. Speaker, if there was ever a crisis in our nation's history that we could see coming from miles away, it's this one. Why do we want to make it worse? Right here, right now, we can take one tiny step towards ensuring we don't put more debt on our children and our grandchildren for a program that is already in the red, almost $19 billion. And I would say that there is very little that I agree with the distinguished chairman of the Financial Services Committee on. But I noticed that last night on NPR, he was quoted as saying, quote, "We have to reduce the deficit. I believe that we are reaching a point where the deficit could be unsustainable. We have to make this point. We're going to have to reduce government spending fairly significantly." And I agree with Chairman Frank on that point. And I would hope that this would be the moment where we could take that one particular step. With just 30 seconds, Mr. Chairman, I'll yield 10 seconds to the chairman.
And I hope he would then join me in something really significant, like getting our troops out of Iraq for a year and a half and save about 1,000 times as much as this recommit.
Well, reclaiming my time, with the chairman being in the majority, I'm sure if he wants to do that, he has the opportunity to do that. If the Democratic majority wants to raise taxes on those who have less than $250 million in income, that is their opportunity to do that. If they want to quit funding our troops in harm's way, they have the opportunity to do that. What we're saying is there's an opportunity right here, right now, not to create yet another duplicative program and add to the debt burden. Now, I'm sure we might hear that somehow this is going to create more jobs, but I ask, where are the jobs? Where is this spending led to? I encourage all to support the motion to recommit.
Gentleman, time has expired.